Hi, this is Kenneth Yates with FightHubTV.com, and I'm here with Jacob Madaris, who is the head judge with the Big Island Officials Office. Thank you for meeting with us today, Jacob, to kind of, find out exactly what happened at the Let's Just Scrap event. First of all, Jacob, how did you get started officiating? And are you under contract with anyone? Do you get paid or anything like that?
Um, we first got started from my sister. She knew a friend, was real good friends, and he has a martial arts background. He knew that we had martial arts. We come from judo and boxing, and he asked my sister if we wanted to get involved with doing some officiating for some MMA, boxing, kickboxing stuff, and she said okay, and they needed some crew members, so she asked me, and we got started back in about '98. We've been doing this 12 years or more. Um, that's pretty much how we got started.
And what events have you been a part of? What events have you judged?
We did Rumble on the Rocks. We did Just Scrap, the Beatdown. We did X1. We did what else we had going on? The Tough Man. We also did Think You Tough, Ground and Pound, which I believe was one of the first ones out there. We've been doing this ever since then with Sonny Westbrook. So even if it wasn't, as organized as it is today, um, I think we did one of the first MMA fights in the state.
And in your own words, what exactly happened regarding the verdict between Chad Thomas and Joey Palomeo?
Basically, it was pretty much a miscommunication. I would say probably between me and the announcer. It was just pretty much a miscommunication.
Um, and what exactly was the mix-up on the scorecards?
The mix-up was just a wrong writing of certain numbers on the scorecard. Basically, what it was. We didn't catch that till a little bit later.
And what about the rumors about the scores being two for Joey and one for Chad?
That's just rumors. I don't know where these, whoever said that got that from, but there's rumors.
So there was nothing where there was 28-29 for Joey on two cards and one 30-27 for Chad?
Um, not necessarily. We do everything. Not as far as rounds. We don't score it by rounds. We go by points, just like anything else. So as far as I know, whatever was said, it was just rumors. Whoever said that wasn't there with us when we were going through the scorecards.
And can you elaborate a little bit about the scoring system and how that works?
Scoring system, as far as MMA, it's just like boxing. Points. We get a 10-9 scoring system. A little bit difference in MMA is if you have a fighter that is in total control, total domination, pretty much almost close to calling the fight. In boxing, that would be an 10-9. In MMA, it can be a 10-8. It can also be a 10-7. That's close to having the fight ended. But unless there's a point taken away, that's the thing about MMA. You can score it. It doesn't have to be a 10-9. It can be 10-8. It can also be a 10-7. So that's a little bit different. So that's why we don't do it. There's no 2-1. Oh, he ran 2 rounds, like they said, and the other guy won one run round. It's by points.
And after the fight, did you have a chance to talk with both camps and kind of explain on what happened?
Yeah. Immediately when the announcer read the final score, there was some commotion. Of course the crowd was going crazy. And I kind of was. I looked back and I was thinking, hey man, I think that's not what really is supposed to be. So, the promoters came by. They was like, hey, is there some confusion or something? There's a title fight. So we went back. We looked at it, and we've kind of found out what was going on. So immediately we talked to the camp from Up and Up. We talked to the head coach, explained to him. Of course he understood. He also said, he just had some questions about the rounds. He thought, his fighter ran 2 and, the other camp won 1, and we explained to him about the points. And then at that time is where we pretty much found what mistake, or not mistake, but what miscalculations or whatever that we thought that we did find. And at that time, we found it, and we were going over to him, and, then we also got in contact with Chad Thomas's camp. We let them know, and we totally didn't resolve it. That's why we're here now. But we let everybody know right immediately after the fight, what really went down.
And what were some of the thoughts on both camps when you told them that there was a mistake?
As far as the up and up, they was good about it. They listened to what we had to say. They didn't question about, like I said, the rounds 2-1, and we explained to them, it's point system, 10-9. If anything, if it's a real dominating, which it wasn't. It was a real close fight. It was a real close fight. We let him know that it was a close fight, and he understand. And we also explained that it should have been called a tie. Is what it is. It should have been called a tie. Before we caught that mistake, it should have been a draw. And he understand. He said that we just here to fight. If we gotta come back and do this again, or if we have to, like I said, do whatever I have to do to make it right. He totally understand, and I appreciate that because he was a man about it. I also got a hold of Chad Thomas's camp, and of course, they're upset because they thought their guy won and they up with the decision. And I understand that, but after a while we explained to them what happened, and then they cooled down and said, okay, thanks for calling, because it's better them going home and hearing it and have to go through all these emotions through their head and everything and getting all nuts. So they appreciate it. And then I also called them later on and let them know what we found and how we were going to resolve it.
And is there anything you would like to say to anyone? I know right now, especially on the MMA Hawaii forum, there's a lot of angry people and a lot of people saying a lot of hurtful things. Is there anything you would like to say to anybody?
Not anybody, but in general, you're always gonna get haters. You're gonna get guys who you're not gonna agree with the decision. That's why we don't have much guys who wanna do what we do. There's a lot of guys that are not gonna do it. Just because I'm an official doesn't mean I'm a badass fighter. And just because you're a fighter doesn't mean you know how to be a good official. It's different. When we're sitting in where we sit, we don't listen to the crowd. I don't care if I know who that guy is. I don't know him. I don't like him. I do like him. I gotta be fair. My guys on my crew have to be fair. It doesn't matter who it is. Everybody goes out there, trains hard. No matter if you got a black belt going against a white belt. We gotta be fair. If the guy with the white belt came up on top, and so be it. That's what it is. That's what the jump is gonna go. So, basically what I like to say is that I apologize to the guys from Up and Up. I apologize to the camp from Chad Thomas's side. I didn't really want it to go this way. I apologize for whatever happened because, of course, mixed emotions between both sides. How come this? How come that? So, like I said, from me, the head official, I apologize to whatever happened there. But I take responsibility a little bit for what happened, and trying to make it right now. But from my point of view, one thing I like to say is that we're probably the fairest guys out there. And I don't know if I answered your question earlier, but we don't get paid from nobody. We don't on contract with nobody. We do other fights that people ask us to do. We're not affiliated with no organization, no camp, no nothing. We just do our own thing. Nobody pays us for anything. In fact, all of the trips, we take over to other islands. We get our own shirts. All the stuff that we supply on is all from our heart because, me and my crew, we love doing this. We love MMA, and just like anybody else, the fighters too, they love to do it. Of course, you get paid. That's another thing for them. But us, we don't because that's gonna just show that if it comes down to something like this, we're gonna have to favor because so and so paid. We're paying them. We don't do it like that. We come straight from the heart. That's what me and my crew is about.
Well, Jacob, thank you for your time. I, for one, know how honest you are. I know you for a long time, and I just appreciate you trying to clear the air, and hopefully everybody can see this and maybe just relax a little and just understand that when there's humans involved, there will be error, but it was nothing, it wasn't meant on purpose. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.